Hello. For this practice, if you have a strap or something similar, that might be nice to have. It's not necessary. Also, feel free to use props that you enjoy, like blankets and pillows, if you would like to sit on something. For instance, here, I've got many years of sitting on the ground training and feel pretty good without any support. But um, it's really nice to have it, especially if you feel a little bit strained in this position. I invite you to just come in with some awareness. You feel comfortable as you can. And give yourself all the permission right now to move in a way that takes care of your body. So that including this seat right now, you might need to stick one of your legs out, fold your legs a different way. It's all okay. Letting go of attachment to the outcome. And then bring your spine into upright position. Close your eyes so that you can really sense your ischial tuberosities, your sitting bones on the earth beneath you somewhere, and your sacrum, that base of the spine. Working your way up your spine with your awareness, feel how the low back comes gently in, curves into your body, and is long. Curve back out behind our hearts a little bit into the thoracic, into the rib cage. And then again, coming forward as your neck curves forward and your head balances on top. Just observe what happened as you got your way through that, and hold steady for a moment, trying to feel the curves. Let your shoulders relax. That's one of those places where we might tend to hold tension. Maybe breathe into your chest and shoulders a little to help them soften. And then bring your chin towards your chest. Breathe deeply, connecting and organizing breath. It makes a gentle sound, which we can develop with a little contraction in the upper body. So controlling the stream of breath, creating a little sound, moving through your nose. Inhale, lift up your chin. Try to find that balanced skull at the top, feeling again. And then take up your right arm and assist your head ever so lightly. Super light with your touch here. Just shoulder down work is happening. If you want to put a hand there to remind yourself. If your hand feels more supported out on the other side, let it return, but keep relaxing your shoulders. Putting almost no pressure on your head. Just a little bit. And release. Other side. Take your time, bring up your arm, shoulder down. All those times we do that, we are training our bodies. Gently draw your ear towards your shoulder, relaxing your other shoulder down, both shoulders down, to wherever your hand feels supported in that endeavor. Grounded to the earth through your legs, through your seat. Gently draw your navel towards your spine. Just a little tone. And carefully come out of that release in your neck. Bring your hands up and hold your shoulders down. Reach your fingers back behind a little bit. Give yourself a little squeeze. Just walk it out. Both hands, squeeze, release a few times around your trapezius. Another moment to give that a squeeze, however it feels good, or just a little hold. Tolerates a lot of squeezing. And relax, release. Shoulders stay down. Lift your chin. So we moved our head the other way, but this way can feel like a lot. So shoulders down, hands can stay there or not. Focus on the shoulders down. Lift up your chin. Gaze down towards your nose. And then bring one set of fingertips to the lower jaw and gently, maybe just close your jaw a little more or add a little more lift. So it might feel a little strong. Doing a back bend with our cervical spine. Get downward gaze, gentle, shoulders down. And relax. Just float the back of your skull back up and release. Let's have a moment to come together with our intention. Sweep your forehead with your fingertips out to the side, down your jawline, and let your hands meet and settle into your heart. Settling our minds towards stillness, letting our movement practice just be a layer out of that stilling of the mind. Logical mind unfolds the legs, brings your hands back to heart lift position, fingers forward, elbows hugging in, preparation for lifting up your hips. So I'm not going to lift, we're just going to think about it. Have a moment to settle, lift your heart, find your downward gaze as we are extending back a bit. Find an outward spiral energy in your hands. Refine, reset your hands if you need it, so that feels free. And then press for 5 breaths. Press into the earth with your hands. Activating muscles in your upper body. Opening your chest a little bit, or a lot. How's it feel? Breathe into it. Give it energy. Press your hands. Your triceps should feel a little tired. And relax, release. Back to Sukhasana, please. Fold in. And then walking into our seated twist. Hands down. Walk. So we want to bring our lower body around first until that feels established. And then come up with your hands to continue moving now your rib cage, and then the turn of your head. Rest a little into your backhand. Your hand on your leg helps control the level of twisting. Sideways eyes, 5 breaths. Fourth one finishing. Last breath, make it a good one. Work where you feel good, not holding back, not forcing, and release. Big twist. Lean back, toes on the floor, boat pose. Use tall spine, you can hold on. And exhale back to easy pose. Remember to keep your belly relaxed here, so work your low body around up to the top to create a bigger twist than you might normally find. Just walking around. Twist until you feel your waist twisting a little bit. And then see about rib cage movement. And then the turn of your head, all without judgment. Lean into your back hand a little bit. Remember the hand on the knee is the throttle. Keep your belly soft, breathe deeply. Studying yourself in this position. And releasing back to center. See, bring out your legs. Sorry, I have all these great ideas. I'm trying to remember which order I wanted to practice them in. Come out to straight legs, spine to still be elevated. Infinity pose. Right leg over the left. Let's go both ways. So first, let's go to the right. Roll towards that side, keep your hips on the ground. Slide your hands away until you can lift out of your chest. Hold steady, hooking your feet. It doesn't have to be a big movement. And you might start to engage your low belly a little bit for support here, for protection. We'll tone and release. Roll over to the other side. Bring your arms width. Find that just right amount of sensation. And roll back to your center. Release and change feet. Starting over to the left side this time. And just be curious about what's different each direction. Make up lines of energy in your body, along your spine with your breathing. Roll slowly back to center. Keep your feet crossed, back the other way. Roll over a little bit or a lot. Lift out of your shoulders. Support our body weight a lot in our practice, creating strength. One more time. And release. Back to center. First visit to bridge pose today is one of those poses good for so many reasons. Come on back, take your props away. Roll back. Ground for 5 breaths. Try to unhunch your shoulders. Roll your hands open. So where you touch the earth, that connection. Exhale, downward energy. Inhale, downward energy. Exhale, neutral energy. Bridge pose, using your glutes. We tend to be weaker here and tighter here. As you come up, focus on that lower body and a little squeeze in the glutes. Try to strengthen those muscles here to hold you up. And then the upper body, just keep the hands rolling out or one shoulder at a time, interlace. Stretching the front of your shoulders and chest to your own degree. Head centered, of course. Remember that C curve forward for your neck. Don't try to press your neck flat here. Keep your skull pressing. Strengthens your neck. See how excited that made me talk about that? Exhale, release and come down. Roll your spine down. All the way, feel the curves return. Low back springs away. Feel the instigation of lifting up, press your feet, roll to your low back and up your spine, lift. Interlace the other way or keep your arms open. And again, holding for some time here. Let your eyes find steadiness, or maybe as we're really looking at certain parts of the body with our brains, you can close your eyes and feel. Try to have your glutes feel strong with open pressing in the feet. Let your front thighs feel long in this pose. Your heart feel open and your neck feel strong. One more breath, follow. Release and roll down, breathe out. And now a nice counter pose that stretches back there a little bit and the glutes as the knees in. 5 breaths, how it feels good in your body. Movement or stillness or a little of both. Come to stillness, breathe deeply, just the breath moving. Deep ribcage breathing, one more time. Coming up to seated, rocking or coming to one side if that is safer for you. When we curl in and can rock using momentum. You can cross your ankles if you like, or just hold your shins. The momentum comes towards your face and then just pushes away. Try to describe that. Come on through to tabletop. Moment to set your hands open on the earth, outward spiraling energy. As we prepare for plank pose here, find one hand to low belly. Just remember a little toning. Release down that hand and take that same leg back. Reach through the heel. 5 breaths. Centering. Gently pressing hands to earth to activate all the way up into your back, chest and arms, shoulders. One more exhale. Maybe reach back through that heel just a little bit more. And release slowly, other side. When you know the poses, you can come in a little more quickly if you're wanting to come slowly or slurring. It's all fine. Take your time. And now we start the 5 count. So if you like a little more time, try to come in more efficiently. If you already know, but we forget. We don't already know. So beginner's mind is part of this practice. Scan in case you've forgotten overnight. Finding right effort. One more breath. Reach through the heels, slightly more if possible. Bring down your knee. Round, round, round to the cat spine. Tuck tail, tuck head. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, flat spine, heart forward gently. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then curl, breathing in. Back to the straightish, breathing out. Really soft there. Keep the low back flat today. Most of the time, we don't want to overdo that. Breathe in, round as much as it feels good. Breathe out. Bring your heart forward gently, gaze at your nose. And then look back at your left foot. The steadiness of the eyes. We see everything, but our eyes are steady at one spot. Return to center with slowness, other side with care, look back. Continuing to build a little plank strength with this pose. Long hold. If you need more space for your wrists, you can always have them further away from your shoulders. A little further out gives you less of an angle there. Not trying to irritate. And release. Back to center slowly. Pull back to puppy pose, tuck under your toes. Knees gently wide, kind of medium. Elbows up, head down. Bring your fingertips into the earth. Feel that lift, your arches in your hands. Feel it activate your shoulders. Relax your fingers around the circle of your palms and your forehead. Forearm position. Flat hands to start. Walk back your knees so you feel a little challenge in your belly. Try to be flat. If you can, lift up to the toes, balls of the feet. Bring your hands into fists. Drag your elbows toward your toes. And try to stay calm. Your knees come down, that's okay. 2 more slow breaths. Press the earth away. Do not be giving up easily. And now coming down, relax down with a little slowness if you can. Release out your feet and legs together. Relax your hands down by your chest. Nice long neck. Inhale, lift your heart off the floor, gaze down at your nose. So like we practiced earlier, this taking back your head, shoulders down off the ears, downward gaze, lift your chin. One more time. Relax. Release, come down. Upward facing dog. Press up to your knees. Pull back. And then come forward to upward dog. Roll your shoulders back. Ease in, tuck your tailbone. Reset your hands if needed. Press strongly. Gaze down. Shoulders down. Lift your chin. One more breath. Just the right amount of everything. Come back through table. And into downward facing dog. Straightening up your legs. Bring your heels towards the earth. Check in with your hands. Come down the center with your head. Hug up your low belly towards your spine. Outward spiral your shoulders. That determined pressing continues here. And now focusing on legs. Try to firm your quadriceps, your thighs, your front thighs. And then pretend you're lifting your toes towards your knees. Maybe a little lift is okay. So try to stretch a little more deeply in the backs of your legs. Mind if your knees are bending. It's a lot to bring together. Relax your feet and legs a bit. Lengthen your spine. One more breath. We are using our own body weight to build strength. Come forward on your mat. Walk forward. Pick it up as you need to. Continue a few more steps and fold in. Release your spine long. Stay soft. Bend your knees enough so you can place the tops of your hands on the earth. And just hang. Deep breath back of ribs. Deep breath into your low back. And bring up your hands to your pelvis. Lengthen your spine and feel a sense of readiness. Then inhale, press your feet and rise up. Move your shoulders around a little bit in a way that feels good for you. Shake out a little energy. And then focus into mountain pose. Stilling, studying. Connect breath. Surya Namaskar, sun salutation. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Lift your back ribs as well as the front. Gaze up. You can try your chin lift. Exhale, forward fold. Release your hands when you're ready and let them land where they land. Tip forward and fold in. Just one breath. Slow though. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5 to half lift pose. A slow exhale back to plank pose or chaturanga with the elbows bending. Just demonstrating you can do this part way and it's fine. Inhale, energy, strong press, upward facing dog. Take an extra breath if you need it. Sometimes you pull in that breath really fast. It feels good to slow down and go back through table into downward dog. Settle in and then perhaps trying that again. The firming quadriceps. Close your eyes, firm your thighs. And the energy of lifting the tops of your feet upward. Relax your head. As you release into the pose, your spine might lengthen a little more. Let your tail lengthen away from your hands. Relax your legs a bit. Inhale, step forward to half lift pose. Stretch out your breaths. Exhale slowly into forward fold. Tuck your chin. Lead with the top of your head. Learning to stand really beautifully with yoga. Up and then down into the sides of your body. Bend your knees, reach your arms. One breath, Uttanasana. Exhale, straighten and fold, repeating movements with mindfulness. Half Uttanasana, half lift pose, Ardha Uttanasana. Keep your hips low, bring your other leg back first, if you can. Slow down and then into upward dog. One breath to downward dogs. We are challenged to find the shape. Step your right foot forward to come up to warrior A. Use both legs, come up and find your center with your hands. Maybe add some tail tuck energy. Grounding into the legs first. And then relax your arms and shoulders. Spread your shoulder blades wide, cross your arms in front, and then draw your elbows back. Squeeze shoulder blades together. Twice more while you hold your warrior. Cross the arms the other way, broad shoulders, squeeze shoulders. Release. Straighten out your front leg moment and bend your knee back over your ankle. Assisting that same side arm, so left arm up, shoulder down. Bend your elbow, come behind your head. Other arm comes all the way up, shoulder can come up if you need to, and tries to bring the elbow towards the center behind your skull. Bring your hand down your back. Feel your feet. Stretching your hip flexors, your psoas, the front of your left thigh. One more breath. And release the arms and the legs straight. Roll in your shoulders, come to Uttanasana, arms. Knuckles, fingers, palms together. Lift up the center. Keep your elbows lifting as you come forward. So we're in a wider stance than usual. Don't be curious about that. Come down as far as it feels good and breathe. Relaxing your head towards your leg, elbows lifting. Intense side stretching pose. Long waist. Breathe out. Ready to come up. Firm your legs, press the earth, rise. Release. We're still in this sun salutation. Bring your hands down, leg back. You could go straight to down dog or do a little dip through and rise to up dog. Then to down dog, your choice. Exhale once more and we'll come up for the other side. Warrior A stance, angle your back heel so you can see it. And then press both feet, rise up, keeping your knees strong and centered. Ground, refine. Shoulder blades wide and squeeze together. Twice more. Strong and open and release. Assisting the top arm. Reach shoulder down, come behind your head, just somewhere along that central line of the spine. Use your other arm to catch your elbow and to bring it down, your hand down your back a bit more if possible. Bring it all together, 5 breaths. Exhale. Release, straighten out your front leg, Uttanasana. Keep your stance if you can. Just do it with a wider stance than usual. Slow forward fold, straight legs when you're ready. Front knees allowed to bend if needed. Trust the pressing and spreading of your feet and toes. Just the right amount, one more time. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, release, finishing our warming phase, stepping back, straight to downward dog or flow through, your choice. I always feel this is a resting pose in the Surya Namaskar B, when you finally get to hold for 5 breaths. Broad shoulders, heart reaching gently. Breathe out one more time. Bend your knees. Come forward with a little spring in your legs. Breathe out, fold forward when you are ready. Stand up, bend your knees, actually come up into Uttanasana. And exhale back into your mountain. Deep breaths. Coming out to your right side, turn your right foot towards the back corner of your mat, bend your knee. Come up into side lunge, hand behind skull, front foot towards the front of your mat, other foot swings open to some degree. Pull back your sock spine, hold steady. Ubaya Mudra, gesture of protection, fearlessness. Let your practice help you feel empowered. Exhale. Other side, release these actions. Find that side lunge nice and upright with the hand back. Swing out your foot and pull back your fingers. Try to find samas, evenness here. Effort and ease, balance. 4 limbs, 4 actions. Breathe out once more. And release those actions. If you have a strap available, carefully pick it up. With trying wide parallel feet. You can do this without a strap too. Bring up your strap with your hands facing palms forward or whatever you're holding, just wider than your shoulders. Refine your feet. You can turn your toes in a bit more than your heels. If that feels good, check in with your knees. You're a little soft, maybe a little bent. Ground your front rib cage. I bend over to the right. Doesn't have to be a big movement. One more time, breathe out. Inhale up. Bend your elbows, come down. Other side up. And over. You might need some tail tuck energy in this kind of pose. You want a big swing in the low back, just a gentle coming in. And inhale up. And then let your hands go back behind your head a little bit or more. Widen under strap. Find an interesting spot. If you don't have a strap, you could just hold up in God's hands, fingers open. Let this take all of your concentration so that you are protecting yourself, and come on out, slowly release. Out of the way for now. Right foot forward, triangle pose, nice and soft. Everyday sustainable pose. Open across your heart. Breathe out. Other side. Enjoy the journey. The reach out of your arms over and down. Feel your balance and strength. And then that sense of coming in as you ground your hand and settle your gaze. Find your center. Breathe out again. Come into warrior B from here when you're ready. Take your time. So come up, bend your knee, reach your arms, relax your shoulders. Turn your head. Keep your floating ribs underneath you so the low ribs gather together. Slowly breathe twice more. Other side. Disturb yourself as little as possible. Breathe out once more. Release to the top section of your mat. And fold forward. However it feels nice, just one last hang into standing forward fold. Spread your hands, bring your legs back. Bring down your knees, rise up. Cross your ankles, right over left. Cross your elbows, left over right. Shoulder hug, tuck chin, deep breath, find your balance. Stay or go Mukasana, Garudasana. There it is, eagle arms. If it feels good in your practice to lengthen up and back into a little back bend, you may. Pelvis forward, rib cage lifting. Downward gaze. 2 more breaths. Work where you are. Where do you feel right? Release these actions. All. Other side. Cross over. So you're not seeing, but feeling your feet cross. Maybe you cushion your knees or reset if needed. Other elbow underneath. Shoulder hug, chin tuck. Focus on grounding your feet. Come into eagle arms or stay with the shoulders. Down your eyes. Every time you come into the pose, let your eyes be trained to go down your nose. Helps keep your neck long, especially if you explore the lift up and back. Lift up out of your pelvis, press it forward, lift your ribs. Shoulders down. The elbows lift. One more breath. Slowly come down. Release these actions. Open it out. Release your feet. And release. Coming to sit down. Elevating possibly with something under your hips, a blanket for the cow face pose. We'll just do the arms. So easy seat, elevated as you like, with the option of having your strap. Just take a moment. When we sit down peacefully, breathing and smiling with awareness, we have sovereignty over ourselves. And now Gomukasana, cow face pose. Without a strap is fine. So having the strap in your top arm helps you bring it behind you. Let's see, buckle side, if you have a buckle, to the back. And open out that shoulder, reach back. Bend your elbow, so now the hand comes down like we did earlier with the warrior assist. Come down the center. Other arm rotates inward like in Uttanasana. And we try to connect our hands, or maybe the strap between our hands. Breathe deeply. Relax your shoulders. Downward gaze. You may add an upward face. Keep the gaze down. Not judging, just opening. Tight shoulders, lovingly breathe into them. And give yourself support, Uddiyana Bandha, navel towards the spine. And let's finish the breath and release from this side, bottom arm, just release the steps and change. Come back to sitting. Peacefully breathing, smiling with awareness. We have sovereignty over ourselves. Honoring the beautiful work of Thich Nyat Hanh. Beautiful words. Coming back with the other side now. Cow face pose, open-minded. Maybe switch up the cross of your legs if that's a reasonable request. Back and open first, then the elbow bend. So we want to get as much space as possible. Other arm downward, inward rotation. Come together, just finding the strap is an accomplishment. Just let your fingers feel each other's presence nearby, or hook them together. Shoulders down, navel in. Eyes towards your nose tip, maybe lift your chin. Grounded into your foundation. 2 more really slow breaths. Finish one. Inhale slowly. Find all the space you can. Exhale, soften and relax any tightness in your body here. One more breath just to let ourselves grow a little bit. Just letting the breath grow the pose. And let go of the actions with some mindfulness and release. Just star pose, feet together, knees apart. Finding center on your sitting bones. And coming forward to your own degree. Muscular action is still engaged, not yen, not butterfly, but Tarasana variation. Try to press your knees towards the earth. Heels pressed gently. Extended forward from your pelvis. Hold steady patiently. One more breath. Release. Pigeon pose. Come over your feet. You may come to your back and take the figure 4 shape if you prefer, if you need to. There are variations here as well. And you could have your strap close by just in case. Bring your right knee forward, slide your left leg back, use your arms for support. So options include tucking your tailbone under here, check in with your low back, sitting over here on the outside hip, letting your back knee bend in and coming out towards your chest, or staying more upright. That's a lot. And coming out and down. Work with yourself, plenty of time. plenty of space. Relax your shoulders wherever you are. Breathe and be still. Stretching the muscles between your rib cage with your breathing. We tend to breathe in our front bodies. We identify with our front bodies. One more breath. Second variation, walk your arms back towards your hips, strong and straight like upward dog. Bend your back knee and your foot towards your head. So it's not very easy to put a strap on. We didn't prepare for that. So let's just imagine that we can pull our foot a little closer to our heads, circling them towards each other. Downward gaze for sure. So we're moving back and looking forward and down at the same time. And relax, release. Three-leg dog or child's pose. What do you feel good doing right here? So I like to get a little space after that compression. Feels nice to get a little space in the hip. Follow your own body. For a few breaths, do what feels nice. Other side. Beginner's mind. Hello, this knee. Hello, the other knee, sliding back the leg, supporting. Maybe to sit on the outer part of the leg instead, and coming out towards your chest instead of down and forward. All good. Nice long neck, shoulders down. Unsickle your back foot. Try to have your toes go straight back. A compassionate person sees himself or herself in every being. With the ability to view reality from many viewpoints, we can overcome all viewpoints and act compassionately in each situation. Including ourselves with our compassion, coming up to the second variation, circling your foot towards your head, downward gaze. Don't overdo in your low back. Think tail tuck if you need it. One more breath. Your choice of release. Go where you feel good. And we'll return to the back of our bodies. As you are ready, lie down. Put your socks on. Get your blanket. Bring your legs in for bridge pose. Centering skull, palms down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Keep going. Breath and movement together. Let each feel complete. 2 more times. Slowly lift up, lower down. Last one. And release. Strap if you have it, Supta Padangusthasana. Either taking your big toe in circle or use your extension. Even if you can reach, it's nice to have an extension. And here, use the same side arm to hold onto your prop or your toe or your leg and bring it towards you. Center skull. Other leg can slide out if that feels good. If it's too much, keep it bent. Wrap your elbow down by your leg. And if you would like, breathe out, navel towards the spine, breathe in, lift your heart towards your knee, downward gaze. Try not to strain. Use your arm. Round your belly. One more time, deep breath in. And release. Open out to the sides. You can invite that other knee to bend again if you would like. Open out. It's okay to roll to the side to allow that foot to come to the floor. And then try to ground your other hip back down and turn your head. The other leg can slide back out if you like. Breathe out. Back to center with care. Changing sides. First one, drawing the leg in. Make sure your forehead is higher than your chin. Navel to the spine, exhale. Optional lift up. Optional slide out the other leg. If you do, point your toes. Exhale, bring down your head if it's lifted. Open out to the side, allowing yourself to roll over until your foot comes to the floor. And then turn your head away. Other leg bent or straight is fine. Grounding your gaze down your nose. Centering. Breathe out, feel that anchor into your pelvis and low belly, into your bandhas, which supports coming out of this pose with your subtle core. Carefully release your strap out of the way. Bring your knees in. Bring your legs up. Hands behind your skull. Right elbow, left knee, come down. Left elbow, right knee, come down. Open your heart in between. Back and forth. One more time. Do your best. Relax open. Bring your feet down and bring your knees both to the right side. Go slowly so you don't strain. You can put something between your knees. Just try to stack them up. And bring your hands together and open like a book. Open your heart book. Turn your head away. And relax. Leading your way into Shavasana with a twist. Softening. Grounding. Opening. Quieting. Feel the movement of your breath. Coming back to center and over to the other side. A little awkward to bring the hands together. Lifting up your head might help. And then let it come down as you open your heart book and look the other way. Go all the way to soft. Stack your knees to your own degree. I do a little custom move here to keep my hip from going too far in. So do that with yourself. Create the pose that is compassionate. With our concentration and our attention, we are creating increased prana, pathways to a place of bliss in our minds and our bodies. Come back to center and rest. Do no more than necessary to be comfortable. Relaxing your legs, all the standing, all the strength, soft and free. Relax your glutes underneath you. Relax the front of your thighs, fronts of your thighs. Belly relaxes so the breath can move there. Do your shoulders tend to be kind of up off the floor? It's okay, it's really natural. It's part of what we're looking at today. Let's invite the shoulders down. And if you need to refine your upper body a little bit to allow that freedom of downwardness with your shoulders. Let them hang off the sides of your body. Away from your heart, roll the shoulders. Breathe freely and naturally. Entering a state of mindful stillness. If something feels the need to release, you may change. You can attend to yourself. Remember, you can always stay present in your body as a way of being present with the moment. That our bodies can be a place of anchoring our minds. Letting your loving awareness shine upon yourself. Let your arms reach wide so your heart feels really open, and just let loving awareness shine out. Shine. If there's someone or something specific, you can send it there. Stretch your breath a little more deeply. One more time, that open-hearted, loving. Weave your fingers, press up towards the sky, let your eyes flutter open. And continue overhead with your reach, letting your fingers separate, reach down to your feet. When you're full of breath, exhale, slowly let go of the reaching and curl in. Maybe to one side or maybe to center. Return to your seated position. Life is present in this moment. Every breath brings me back to the present moment, to be in touch with life. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Gratitude, love. Some words from Thich Nyat Hanh. Celebrating his life. I hope that you're feeling full of life right now.